Hello Scorpio. It is my intention to share with you today the reading that is going to give you the map of the energies for the month of July. And because I'm very well aware that I've been leaving you guys abandoned for a while, it is also my intention to share with you information regarding the month of June, so we can understand both months, thus gain a clearer understanding of the whole picture that is going on with you guys at this time. So sit back and relax, and I really hope you enjoy this content and it helps you in your decision-making process. Let's see what comes up. We start the session so that nothing but the truth is shown. Also with a touch of love, because that's always a good idea. And I thank you for giving me a clear, direct, concise and precise answer, so that everything that Scorpio can know, thus allowing them to make better choices in the future, because it is my honest intention to help you guys out. And if I have the chance to do so, then why not? And we have a card that just... Alright, another one. Knight of Cups reversed. That means an emotional disappointment or emotional turmoil. It means that emotionally you guys have no idea what's going on. And we're talking about June, alright? These whole cards at the start are part of the first reading, which is about June. And when we start the reading with a Knight of Cups reversed, it means that emotionally you have no idea what's going on. You may have had a very difficult experience or a very difficult realization, but the thing is that you are very confused about who to offer your love or who loves you back or things of the sort. And then we have these two cards that popped before, which are the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles reversed. Which means that now is the time for you to, or actually June, as I said, it was a time for you to act in a way that was free from any kind of financial preoccupations or any kind of work-related issues. This could mean that you quit, that you left your job, that you left something that gave you a lot of money or safety in favor of a new idea, a new concept of freedom or a new direction in your life. And then as for the last card, to complete the three messages that will give you the summary of June, we have this one, which is Temperance. So it could be possible that you fell out of love with a certain job or certain career option or some project you were undertaking or some group you were relating with. You reach a point where you could no longer work with them or be with them, and so instead of following that path, you took the blow and you said, alright, because I've seen this, I will no longer work with this kind of situation, I will leave. And you made the choice of leaving, and that's giving you exactly the momentum, the peace of mind that is going to lead you into transmuting the situation in your favor. So if I take a look at only these three cards, what I can get is that it was a difficult month for you, but a very productive month, because out of the problems you had, you came up with the best choice, and that was to free yourself from any kind of boundaries and to go your own way. And that is an excellent decision. And I draw three more cards to get further information and detail about the month of June. And the first message again is the Four of Wands reversed and the Eight of Cups, which means it is exactly what I said before. It was a situation that you really enjoyed at first, but then it became a nightmare. And because it was so bad, you decided to leave. This is you leaving because of an emotional need that wasn't being met. Emotional need that you realized wasn't being met and disappointed you. But it was a good thing, because you see, the disappointment that you experienced was actually the catalyst that pushed you in the right direction. So this was all blessed, and it is also taking, everything is going according to plan, basically, according to your own design. And then we have the Page of Wands, which means that you left without really knowing where. But this is a very interesting combination, because you have the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles reversed, and then you have the Page of Wands reversed, which means that even though you made or you had the opportunity of leaving or taking some other routes, it is apparent that you are actually still arguing about that. You're still figuring out if it is a good idea for you to leave or not. The window is there, but I can see you're not taking it, probably because you're feeling too comfortable where you are. to finish this, we have the Star reverse, which means that, oh, so this changes the meaning a little bit. June was a month where you realized that you had to leave a situation where you had to go your own way, where you had to transmute the energies that were with you into something better. And even though you came to this realization, I can see you didn't do it, or you have a lot of doubts, because this is you understanding that it is a time to leave, it is a time to manifest something new, but I don't see you moving because I see there's a lack of faith in your process. And this is kind of, if you ask my opinion, what I feel is that it kind of worries me, because it talks about you realizing that you have to leave but not doing it because you're afraid that if you leave are you gonna be fine on your own? Will you be okay to find something new? Or maybe it is that you think that you will never find something new, so you're not doing that decision, you're not making the decision out of fear, even though you know you should. What are the 3 things I can tell you to finish this June reading before we go into the next reading? 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Chariots. I can see you making lots of efforts to secure your financial stability. I can see you working really hard because you're a hard worker, Scorpio. You guys, you know, when you commit to something, when you commit to a cause, or when you commit to a decision, it is very difficult for you to pull back until you fulfill that statement, that decision, you know? So I obviously I can see you working really hard for this, but I don't see your heart. I see your responsibility and your sense of duty, but I don't see your emotional well-being and satisfaction in this. So it is a very interesting confusion, because you're acting in the right way if you want to secure your stability, but you're not obeying the intuition you have within yourself that is telling you that it is a time for a change of perspective, of landscape, of lifestyle. The opportunity is right there, Scorpio, but it does involve you leaving your work or the zone of comfort you've created for yourself. And that is not an easy task, because you don't want to feel like the new guy all over again. You want to have something stable. But that real stability is not where you are working, and I feel you already know this. That stability is actually when you're able to leave that place and transmute that empty space into pure potential, into pure efforts, into something that's manifested and concrete, and solid, and stable, and loyal, and true. Something that really makes you happy, not gives you the money to be alive in a comfortable way, but also gives you the source of satisfaction that is gonna make you fulfilled during the rest of the days you spend doing that very same activity. So June was a month of you realizing that you will never be happy doing what you're doing right now, and something new is necessary. But that something new is a huge risk, and you're very well aware of this, and you don't want to. I don't see you willing to take the risk without any kind of guarantees beforehand, and that's the difficult part, because the only guarantee you have is your own intuition. And again, I do feel that your intuition is telling you that you are better off leaving this opportunity and going somewhere else. But then the question is, when are you going to accept this? When are you going to be able to receive this and execute it following the best intentions for yourself? That's a very difficult task, and I don't mean to judge, because taking a leap of faith like that is always a difficult situation, especially for a sign that really likes what they're doing. You guys are ruled by Mars and Pluto. That means that you guys are really about action, but not only about action, but about deep, intense, meaningful action. You are an emotional sign, you are a water sign, a fixed one at that, and a very deep one and a very profound one. So if you really want to feel satisfied, you better find something that really is meaningful to you, Scorpio, something that is always giving you something to think about and something to feel about, basically. But let's take a look at July and see how this relates to the previous reading. And we have the King of Cups reversed, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. This means that you are keeping your clarity of mind, and you're keeping your efforts in having a stable life. You're really appreciating and cherishing the things you have right now. However, you are not feeling okay. Not at all. Not in the slightest way. The King of Cups reverse means that you are not able to take a step up from your feelings, and you're feeling like crap, probably, most likely. You're feeling disappointed or manipulated, or a lack of inspiration, a lack of passion. You may be feeling bored of life or like abandoned, and this is not the way to go. So these are the invisible energies. The Pillars of Mercy, which is the name of this reading, answers your month in 3 simple but key questions. The first one being the invisible energies that will play a part during July. Then we have the actual energies you will go through, and then my best 3 advices for you so you can get the most out of it. And when I take a look at the invisible forces that will be dominating your month, these are forces of you trying to keep a stable mind, a clear thinking, a flexible posture, and appreciating the things you already have, but not taking into account your own feelings. You are ignoring them. You're not doing anything to help them out, because you have to help your own feelings out. You are your own best friend. So if you leave yourself abandoned, there's no one else who will be able to help you out. And I want you to think about that, because the sooner you can consider your own emotional well-being, the sooner you will be feeling happy, which is the whole goal. What are the forces you will go through during this month? Yes, that makes complete sense. Alright, it's a good change. You will be facing the energy from June, which is you realizing there is an important situation that needs solving, and there's an important decision to be made for your own freedom, but you're not taking it. Because even though you are well aware that you had to take it, you are not really paying attention to your intuition because you want to pay more attention to the earthly aspects of life. And I remind you that earth is only one element from the 4 or 5 or 6 elements you can find out there. Water is also an important sign, and water talks about emotions, which is what you are ignoring, which is why you need to solve this situation, Scorpio. You need to settle it. You need to make a final choice regarding this. And the good thing is that you will, because even though you will be refusing to look into this in a more profound way, when we reach the half of the month, you will start asking questions like, alright, I really want to make the good choice, I really want to make the good decision, I really want to understand why is this happening, and I really want to learn so I can improve, so I can make better choices. And when you start going through this process, then you will reach this stage, which is an amazing one, which is you finally being able to muster your courage and going forth into something new and exciting. This is a card of victory, which is exactly what you're looking for. But in order for that to happen, you must be feeling powerful and passionate, not about your work or your relationships or your family or your money or whatever, but about yourself, your own sense of being. You must be passionate about yourself. And once you reach this point, you will be able to go forth and abandon your own kingdom in favor of building a new, better one for yourself. So this talks about your process of changing your mind about the situation you are in. And that's amazing. And then we go into the advices I can give you, which is the 5 of Pentacles reverse. And this makes complete sense in this line. Look at this. All of these cards are reversed, and they speak about the same situation, which is you suffering after something that you are not willing to fix. You're not willing to look into it. You're not willing to settle. You're not willing to release yourself. So my first advice, which makes complete sense, Scorpio, is you need to realize that there are certain things you can do differently. And when you start doing those things differently, you will stop suffering instantaneously. This card like this talks about you suffering like a victim and having to realize this so you can then overcome it. But this is already reversed, which means that you already know exactly what you have to do. You just have to do it. You just have to decide it. You just have to follow your own heart. It is a difficult process because right now your heart, if I'm reading these cards correctly, you are not feeling very well emotionally, you're not feeling capable, or you're not really loving yourself or the things that are surrounding you. So you must be feeling very disappointed or abandoned. But you have to realize that the only one who can make you company and actually fix your problems during this time is not anybody else but yourself. And the first step to solving all of your problems is you being able to listen to yourself, your own truth, and make a decision that is going to help you out solve any kind of suffering. My second advice is the Seven of Wands, which means stay steady in your course, no matter where it takes you. You will have to go through very challenging situations, but they are going to be very exciting if you only see them in the right perspective. What perspective? That this is a test for you to define yourself and to see for yourself what are you made of. Are you following your fears or are you following your hopes? And those two answers lead to very different attitudes, very different mindsets. The first one, the victim one, is like, there's nothing I can do. I'm just here, I had to suffer, and I'm basically fucked, you know? But the second one, the one who wants to feel empowered, the one who wants to take control of his destiny, that's a very encouraging mindset. And it is the one needed if you want to overcome all the obstacles that are coming your way, and you're completely capable of that. Because you have Mars and Pluto as your regent planets. And that talks about you having lots of spirit, lots of energy, lots of emotional endurance to go through whatever it is that you have to go through. Because you like changing, and you like evolution, and you like transformation. You can have it whenever you want to, but first you must confront it. And be steady in whatever happens next. Stay firm, stand still, stand convinced of your own mindset, and you will be victorious. And the final one, look at this, how beautiful. There's strength. This means that you really, really, really need to stand your ground. The more you have faith in yourself, the more you have faith in the process, and the more decisions you make out of love, not fear, out of love, the better off you will be. But for you to do that, it is not a matter of you understanding it, it is a matter of you accepting it, confronting it, realizing it, and integrating it so you can make a decision that is really truthful and loving. So I'm gonna draw 3 more cards, but from the cards I'm seeing here, it is a very clear message. And it talks about a process you are going of. Basically, you've been doing the same thing for a long time now, and you are getting bored or disillusioned, or you are realizing the truth about the situation. And now that you've seen the truth, there is no way in hell you can accept standing where you are. You must find something that is more in alignment with who you truly are deep inside. And it is a very challenging process because it involves you having a leap of faith, taking a leap of faith. That's always difficult, but it is never impossible. It is only up to your own wisdom. If you are willing to do that, or if you rather give more importance to your sense of comfort and stability. The second one will never fulfill you, Scorpio. Ever. It is only gonna keep you safe but not happy. It is gonna keep you content, but it will not lead to your transformation. So I'm only trying to take a look at this situation from your perspective. If you really want to go forth and conquer and be victorious, or just basically dominate your own fate, it is time for you to decide to do so. There's nothing else to understand. There's only about executing, being it, becoming that person who is going to be convinced about his decisions, no matter what. And the final 3 cards are as follows. Again, you have a huge emotional disappointment regarding the situation. It is time for you to stop being so quiet and start speaking up, because once you communicate, you being done with the situation is gonna fix itself out. But you first gotta speak, and that cannot be skipped. You have to do it. So to finish this reading, Scorpio, I'm gonna give you the 3 keys of enlightenment. and these are optional cards because they're very, very difficult. But if you're able to pull them off, I can guarantee you will be feeling better before the end of the month. But it's up to your own mastery. I cannot influence your own sense of being. I cannot influence your own decisions, and in fact, I wouldn't ever want to. I want you to make your own decisions. I'm just trying to present the facts from a different perspective. So thank you for giving me the truth, only the truth and nothing but the truth, because it is my honest intention to guide Scorpio in this process, and if I have the chance to do so, then why not? Alright then, so what are the things I can tell you? What are the keys of your liberation? What are the things, if you understand, you will be better off in the future, in the near future? This one just popped out. Knight of Cups, listen to your hearts. If I'm interpreting the card, if I'm reading the cards correctly, you are not paying attention to your own disappointments, and that is blocking your intuition. Because if you really gave a chance to your pain to speak up, to confess what it is that you really are feeling, then you have no problems in realizing or figuring out the right way to go. So listen to your heart, trust your intuition. It is very important for you to seek that which is gonna give you the emotional satisfaction you're looking for. First key of liberation, love yourself. Venus in Aries, the planet of love in the sign of I. You have to love yourself and you have to feel complete based on this simple realization. You have to love yourself. You are the only thing you will ever need in your life, nothing else. Anything else is secondary to your own true nature. So the sooner you come to terms with this, the better you will feel. Then you have the Ace of Swords. You are denying your truth. You're not making the decision you know you have to make. So speak your mind, Scorpio. Be honest about things. Do not be afraid of communicating the truth that is going to change everything, because don't be afraid about change. As long as you have yourself, anything that happens from this decision is going to be alright. As long as you love yourself and respect yourself and act based on your own true love for yourself, you will always make the right choices. If anything, you're now keeping quiet about something you know you have to speak up about. And then you have the Five of Swords, which is defeat, which means that you have to leave. There is no way to fix the situation. And because there is no way to fix the situation, whatever attempt you carry on to try to turn this situation around, it will only be met with defeat. Don't waste your energy on things that will not be sorted out. Instead, go and release yourself by loving yourself and following your heart. And I honestly hope the things I have told you today really work in your favor during the rest of the month. Don't be afraid of taking this change. Don't be afraid of speaking your mind. Don't be afraid of being truthful about it. And don't be afraid of taking a leap of faith. Behind this leap of faith is your emotional fulfillment. So which is your higher priority, Scorpio? Would you rather be comfortable and safe, or would you actually go towards that one chance in a lifetime that is going to give you everything you're looking for? But before you get there, you have to face yourself. That is the question. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me and for trusting my words, because it is my honest intention to help you guys out. And I wish you the very best. If you want a personal reading, you can always contact me through the mail, which is right in the description box below. Take good care. Cheers.